Hello, my name is Agatha, and this is the tarot reading for July 2016 for the sign of Aries. In this month I'm going to use the Tarot Illuminati for the main reading, and then for the Oracle reading I'm going to use the Sacred Rebels Oracle. And the Oracle card that came out for you for July 2016, Aries, was She Feels, She Knows, which is number 22. And you can see, to me, she's really sad. She's really sad because she knows something and she's sad about it. And she has like a feather, like a, how do you say, I think it's peacock feather. In Portuguese we call it pavão. And generally the peacock, I associate it with vanity and futility, but she seems to be the opposite of that. She doesn't seem to be vain. She seems to be a very mature sort of person, and to me it seems that she decided to put something in her hair in order to feel better, just to brighten up her day, but it doesn't seem to work. And I'm going to read from the book, Sacred Rebels Oracle book. I'm going to read a few things, not all of it. It says, an illumination is erupting from within you as a vision that is bringing what was once obscured into clarity. Something is coming into light. This is a gentle knowing. So it is likely knowing something without understanding exactly when or how you came to know it. It isn't a sudden eruption, let's call it, of knowing. It's not a shocking insight like it says here. This oracle brings the guidance about long range or long-term development, something that is far bigger than the immediate situation. Is how do you say, it's growing, even though you don't see it immediately, you don't see it right now. The situation you find yourself in right now may not be one of joy, that's why she is so sad, but in time, this is important, in time you will understand more of the bigger picture. You will come to see why things are happening as they are now. You are being asked to think in terms of long-term happiness, even if that brings with it temporary restrictions in the short term. And what else does it say? This is a stage of preparation and building a foundation that will hold you strong. So you have to remain patient, hopeful, and trust in the light. Okay? So this is the message, the oracle message for you, Aries, for July 2016. And I keep thinking July 2017. I don't know why. But it's July 2016. So, the card that came out for you, and this to me is a reading more connected with love. The card that came out for you as the significator is the Three of Cups. So something might happen. There might be a celebration, for instance. I don't see it exactly as that. You might be in a small gathering with friends. It could be a party, but not necessarily like you're meeting friends. Maybe you've, Aries, maybe you haven't gone out for a while, and then suddenly, you go to a gathering, you go and meet your friends. And you're happy with your friends. And then something which is yet not seen, you have the Tower. This could be the sudden realization, because I associate this card, the Tower, with, love at first sight, or sudden insight, a sudden insight that you are in love with someone. So this could be a sudden revelation. It could be a sudden revelation to yourself, or it could be a sudden revelation that comes from outside of yourself. This to me tells me that either you are in love and you discover it, you have a sudden realization in a party with your friends or in a gathering with your friends, that maybe you are even, you admire, even love someone who belongs to a group of your friends. Or it could be like one of your friends approaches you and tells you, hey, I really like you, So this could be this sudden realization during or revelation during the month of July 2016. And again, in my head, it's July 2017. I don't know what's wrong. It's 7/7, maybe that's it. So the basis or the root for the month of July, Aries, you have the Ace of Cups. So either you offer love to someone, offer your affection, or someone comes to you and tells you, hey, I really like you. I think it's you, Aries, because you're very bold. You have no fear. You want something, you go and get it. In the past, influencing the present, you have the Seven of Pentacles. I'm going to read this in the context of this reading more as a card connected with thinking and pondering. Maybe in the past, up till June, more or less, you were thinking about what you have accomplished so far in your life. You are assessing, how do you say? Evaluating yourself, evaluating what you have accomplished so far. And so it's a time of ponderation and quiet inner thought about the things that you've accomplished, not necessarily material things, but overall in your life, also emotionally, and even in terms of love, what you have accomplished in your life. In the position of that which you want, you have the Queen of Cups. So this could be you, or this could be the other person. It doesn't matter if it came out as a queen, but it could be a man or a woman, doesn't matter. So it might be that you want to have a relationship with this Queen of Cups that belongs to your group of friends. And this person could be a man or a woman. It came out as a woman, as a queen. After the age of 30, late 30s, or after the age of 40. Someone who is mature, has lots and lots of empathy, is very intuitive, understands, things like immediately, just goes into a room and just gets everyone, in an emotional way, knows people, very mature, very responsible, emotionally responsible also. He or she could be there present for you and give you support, emotional support, but at the same time, he or she has the barriers kind of up and doesn't let himself or herself be flooded by other people's problems and other people's pain. So this person knows how to offer comfort, but doesn't get swallowed in the pain of the other person. You might want to have a love relationship with this person, or this might represent you. You might, one of the meanings of this card is unconditional love. You might want to express yourself lovingly, or express your love, your unconditional love towards someone in a very safe way. You want to express yourself fully and at the same time feel safe in the relationship and with this person. And then in the position of the near future for July 2016, Aries, you have the Three of Swords. So this might be a disappointment, this might be even a betrayal, a big disillusion. Your heart gets broken, literally broken. Why? Why can this happen? I thought there's many reasons, but there's three cards with the number 3 that came out in this reading. The first one, the significator, the Three of Cups, and then the Three of Swords. So maybe there's a triangle, Maybe you already have someone. Maybe you are already married or in a long-term relationship, and you want to express your love towards that person, the Queen of Cups, but you can't. And maybe you don't even say it. But you can't because you already are involved with someone. Or if it's not you, it's the other person. It's the other person whom you understood suddenly that you were in love with, and he or she is already in a relationship. And if you express yourself, he or she can refuse you and reject you because he or she will not leave the relationship, even if it's a bad relationship. Because there are other cards here that tell me there are fears of leaving the other relationship. So that's why your heart gets broken. Or let's say you are indeed in a marriage, or you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and that doesn't stop you. You break your own heart because you're hurting the person that you've been with for so long. And you don't want to do that at the same time. Part of it is like impossible to win, almost. But again, remember, this is only for July, okay? This is not set in stone, okay? This is not forever and ever and ever, okay? No. How do you feel in the situation? The card which represents you is the Prince of Cups. In other decks, it's the Knight of Cups. So, you want to express your love. And I think that you, Aries, you probably will tell him or her that, hey, I like you. That you love him or her, that you have feelings, you have romantic feelings for him or her, that you really express yourself. And this card is near also this card, which is the Foundation. Someone is really direct, and I think it's you, Aries, because you have that sort of personality and you express your feelings. And then in the environment surrounding you, or this also might signify the other person, the card that came out was the Eight of Swords. So if this is the environment, this could be also how others who surround you see you. So maybe others see you as someone who is in a situation that cannot get out of. It might mean that others see you, for instance, in a marriage, or like tied up, and can see you also as a victim of the situation. And I will not read this card exactly like that, but it's one of the possibilities, so I'm going to mention that possibility, that others see you stuck in a situation and you cannot leave it, okay? But to me it means more the other person, the person that you have feelings for. You might declare your love for him or her, and then she can't or he can't, this person cannot leave. But it's more of a self-imposed prison. It's a prison of her own mind, a prison of her own fears, or his own fears, could be a man or a woman. He or she thinks, I cannot leave because my finances are tied to my wife or my boyfriend or my husband or whomever. Or I need to be there for children, for instance, they are growing up. I cannot leave my husband or my wife will take away my kids and will never see them again. The other person just also can be a self-sabotage. Like he or she is so scared of your love that just doesn't sabotages the situation or the beginning of the relationship from like day one, and just doesn't allow you space to start something. Or it can be also fears. He or she is afraid that this is not going to be a long-lasting love, this is not going to be a long-lasting relationship, even though that's what it is in your mind. You want a long-lasting relationship, and this person might think, no, he doesn't want that, or she doesn't want that. She wants me, or he wants me for like 3 minutes, and then he or she goes away. Then no. So due to her fears or his fears, nothing starts. So in the position of fears, advice, and dreams, you have the Nine of Pentacles. So maybe the advice would be, if there is a rejection from the other person, from the person whom you love, the advice would be, don't allow yourself to be buried in pain. You should focus on your own projects, focus on your own garden, metaphorically. So focus on yourself and improving yourself also, but for you, not for him or her, it doesn't matter. Focus on yourself. Use self-discipline for that. Do not allow yourself to be buried in pain. And the outcome, you have the devil. So it might be that for some, you are so disappointed that you might go back to old habits. Okay, this could be old unhealthy habits. This could be eating too much sugar. For some, it could be even going back to drinking, going back to smoking, and smoking stuff that you should not be doing. And this card, the devil, ties up with the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles asks for you to have self-discipline, so you don't fall into these old habits. These old habits can also be of the mind, like, everything is awful. Maybe you had like a very negative sort of thinking, and you just ended that, and because this person whom you love rejected you, you go back to this old way of thinking, very negative, very dark. No, everything goes wrong, and woe is me, poor me, I'm a victim of the situation, blah blah blah. It could be anything. So don't allow yourself to go back to that. Understand that if there is a rejection, it might not be forever. This is just July, okay? It's just July. That's it, okay? I also read this card as signifying not you, but the other person, because it connects with the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords, the other person is stuck in a situation, in a relationship, and thinks he or she cannot come out of it, or doesn't trust you, or thinks that has too many fears, and doesn't allow herself or himself to start a relationship with you. And the devil is pretty much the same thing, just being a slave to negative thoughts, to negative thinking, or being stuck in a relationship and not understanding that you can get out, that this is the prison of your own making. To me, this is more the other person and less you. So, going back to the oracle card, if I remember correctly, there's like slowly a knowing, a revelation that you might be in love with someone. Things are not exactly as you wish they would be right now, but this is like a slow development, and think of it, like the book said, in terms of long-term development towards your happiness. So she is sad now, okay, and this could be you, or could be the other person, but if you have patience, faith, trust, things will develop positively, okay? And maybe there are restrictions right now, yes, from the devil, maybe there are restrictions right now, but they will pass, okay? Just have patience. And July is not forever. And that's it, Aries. This is the reading that I have for you. I hope you have a great month. And if you'd like a private consultation, please send an email to duniazad@gmail.com. I'll be delighted to work with you. Bye-bye.